All right, if you don't want to work a 9 to 5, I have something incredible for you. Imagine if you had 100 rental properties, except each one of these rental properties profited you between $100 and $500 per month per property. So if you have 100 properties at $500 per month, that's $50,000 per month in cash flow. But the great thing about this rental property is that you didn't have to spend any money to build it, you didn't have to spend any money to buy it, and more importantly, it can be created out of thin air in a matter of 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to show you how to create these digital real estate properties out of thin air in a matter of a few minutes. I'll show you the exact tools that I use. I'll show you where to find the people to fill those properties and everything in between. And before you freak out, I don't have a $1,000 course or a mastermind or anything to sell you on this video. In fact, if you leave a comment and hit the like button down below, I'm going to give you an entirely free course that I created walking you through exactly how to do this. So hit the like button and leave a comment down below, and let me show you what this is all about. Okay, so here we are inside of a software called HighLevel. And what I love about HighLevel is they have developed an incredible software that does a billion different things. But the great thing about this is that you don't see HighLevel anywhere on this page. And the reason is because they allow you to do what's called white labeling, meaning they can build all the software behind the scenes and you can put your own logo up here and brand it and call it whatever you want to call it and sell it for whatever you want to sell it to as many people as you want to. And you only pay HighLevel one small monthly fee. The max that you could pay them is $4.97 per month. Most people start on a lower plan like $2.97 or even $97 to get started, but it gives you the ability to have thousands of clients if you want to and still only pay them one small monthly fee. Now, let's talk about these digital rental properties. What exactly do I mean? In this example, the digital rental property that we're going to create is a website. Now, before you say, I'm not a website designer, I don't know how to do any of that stuff, I'm going to show you how easy it is to create these things inside of HighLevel. Now, the great thing about HighLevel is they have so many templates already built in here. So we would just set up an account. We would go over here to templates, hit continue. Let's say we're going to find a roofer. So we're going to type in roofing. And you can see they have a ton of templates already pre-made for us. So let's just find one that we like here. Let's go with this one here. Let's take a look at it. Looks good to me. Hit continue. And in a matter of seconds, this thing is going to create the framework of the website that we want to start promoting to a local business. So now it'll open up in here. You can see a majority of this is already filled out. You can see some of the text is not, but what we can do here is double click it and have AI write the copy for us. So let's say it was why to use ABC roofing. Gives you a few examples, pretty short and easy. Hit copy, continue, and now it's there. Obviously you can add to that, but gives you the idea of what we're doing here. Now let's hit save and preview this. You can see we have a general website already built. You can obviously make this a ton better, but the framework is already done. All of the colors and everything is here. And so we have a great looking website to start out with. Now let me show you where to actually go and find clients to rent this property out to. Okay, here I am on Google, and all I did is type roofer, Dallas, Texas. You can type whatever area you want to cover. Even if you're not in the US, you can still do this all over the world, or you can do this in areas that you aren't living in. So you can do this anywhere else. We're all doing this all virtually. So I'm just looking for a roofer in Dallas. And what I'm going to do is scroll down and not only find people that don't have websites, but I'm also going to click on some of these. You can see this All Available Roofing LLC does not have a website listed here. So I would write their info down. You can also start clicking around on some of these and see, do they have a website that is not as good as what you could create? So that you can see they don't have even a profile picture here. So let's take a look at their website. Okay, so the website loaded, and honestly, it's kind of a mess. It's just a little off and it just doesn't seem trustworthy enough. The logo is really hard to read. The phone number is super small. And just, in my opinion, a lot of these pictures are slow in loading, or if they load at all. I don't know, it just doesn't scream trustworthy to me. So what we can do, you can see normally scroll down, you can find contact information for them. What we can do is reach out to them, give them this new version of what we've created for them to say, hey, I created a website for you, much better than what you already have. If you're open to taking a look at it, let's jump on a quick Zoom call. They say no, No problem. We already have the layout done, so we can then start shopping around to other people. And just do this over and over and over again. Now, obviously, we're going to have to change the logo out and a few other things, but the framework of what we have is super easy to get started. It's something that you don't have to have a lot of tech skills to do. If you can click around, if you've ever done like a Word document or you've dragged and dropped photos in here and there, you can do this. It's really not hard to understand. Okay, and then just going back to Google one more time just to show you there's even more. We can click on any of these that have websites and see if they need a better website. We can also just start right here, Dallas Finest Roofing, 75 reviews. So they're doing something right. They've been in business 7 years, but they don't have a website listed. Maybe they just didn't take the time to connect it to Google, which is crazy, but more than likely they don't even have a website. They've just been doing word of mouth type of stuff. So scroll down, let's see if we can find just a couple more examples here. Here's another one, Dallas Roofing and Remodeling, 12 reviews, no website listed. Another one, Quality Roofer Dallas, no website listed. First Responder Roofing and Exterior Solutions, no website. Just Roof General Contractors, no website. AM Roofing and Remodeling, no website. Silver Creek Roofing Services, no website. Quality Roofing Dallas, no website. Dallas Certified Roofing, no website. Dallas Roofing Construction, no website. I just wanted to basically give you the idea that this is an abundant thing. There are hundreds, if thousands and thousands of businesses that are in this position that still, for whatever reason, don't have a website, or their website isn't connected to their Google, whatever the case may be. They need your service. And this is just one small fraction. I'm going to show you several other things to stack onto this to make it go from a $100 a month rental property to a $500 per month rental property. Let me show you that. Why am I calling it a rental property versus just selling somebody websites? What I like to do, the model that I've used in the past, is not selling the website up front, but actually just giving somebody a website and then charging them a monthly maintenance fee. What I like about these businesses like roofers and plumbers and more of the general contractor, home services type of industries is that they don't have ever changing things. Like a restaurant, you would constantly be updating their menu items and specials and hours for holidays and things like that. With these types of businesses, generally they have the same 5 or 6 services that they offer, and they have similar pricing that pretty much maintains. And typically they don't even put the pricing on the website because it just depends on the job and the type of materials and all kinds of stuff like that. Their address typically stays the same unless they add a new location. So it's a great audience to go after. That is just basically, if you give them the website for free and say, hey, it's just going to be 97 bucks a month to maintain it. I'll update any pictures anytime you ever want me to. Other than that, you're going to have a great working website that's always up and driving business over to you from Google. They're going to keep paying you month after month because they want this digital billboard up there on the internet. Now, that's worth, I think, 100 bucks a month, I think, is a fair price for that. But how do we add upon that? How do we take this from $100 per month to something that's worth $500 per month without having to do a ton more work, but giving an incredible service to a business owner? Let me show you that. Okay, so one big opportunity we can use to elevate this site from a $100 per month to a maybe $200 per month service is by adding a chat widget. What I like about chat widgets is right now people land on business owners' websites and they click around. Maybe they don't want to pick up the phone and call quite yet. They just have a quick question about what their hours are or if they can do this type of job or whatever the case may be. And they're landing on the page, they're looking around, they say, I'm not going to call right now, and they leave. And the business owner loses that potential sale. Well, what we can do is give them a chat widget, which is going to show up in the bottom right here. Takes you about 3 seconds to turn on, and it's going to deliver incredible value to the business owner. Let me show you how easy it is to set up. Okay, so here we are inside of our HighLevel dashboard. We're right on that website. All we have to do is click on the settings tab here. Then we go down to chat widget, turn on the default chat widget, hit save. And if we go back to our website and refresh it, you'll notice in the bottom right that the chat widget now pops up, and then the customer that comes to the site can chat in their question, and then that will turn into a text conversation between the customer and the business owner that you're renting the site to or giving the site to. And they can get that on their phone through an app that we give them, all done through HighLevel, and they can then text message back and forth with the customer right there in the app that we give them. So now we've elevated this into a lead generation system just with this one little thing that took us 3 seconds to turn on. But what if we could do one even better? What if we could not have the business owner have to sit around and be on their phone 24/7? What if we could turn on AI to respond to a lot of these chats for the business owner? Now we're elevating this from $100 a month to maybe $300 or $400 per month, because now they can not only have a lead generation system, somebody's finding them on Google, they're landing on their page, then they're chatting in their question, and then AI is answering their question. And then the business owner can log in the next morning when they get to the office, having their morning coffee, and see that the AI has booked an appointment for them for a roofing replacement. Incredible, right? Or at least an estimate. So let's show you how to turn on that AI element. Okay, this is something called conversational AI. And what it is we can turn on different channels that we want the AI to respond to. So we can see here that people can chat in through Instagram, Facebook, the chat widget that we just installed, or even live chat on our website. And then AI will do one of two things. You can either set it to do suggestive, which means that it will give the business owner a suggestion as to how they should respond. So it kind of pre-fills in the message, but doesn't actually send it. Or what I recommend after you've done some testing and you're comfortable with it is turning on autopilot, which means that it will automatically chat back and forth. And you might say, well, how would it even get the information to respond to the customer in the first place? How does it know what hours they are or what services they provide? Well, we can train this AI bot. Okay, so what we do is we go in here and we hit save, and then we go to bot training here. And what we can do is either give them a website of the business owner's previous website that has all of their details already on it, or we can upload our Q&As right here, like what are your hours? And then we would say hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, or whatever it is. What services do you offer? And then you just give it the answers back and forth. Then after we've done all of that, we can go to the bot trial here and just test it out. And we'll ask the question, what are your hours, right? So let's do the bot training again. Let me show you that. This is set up for one of our other businesses, but just showing you what are your hours? And then the answer is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to hit save. Now go back to the trial and say, what are your hours? You see we're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So we just do this training back and forth till we find out. If we don't like what it says, we hit the down arrow and say, you actually should have said it was 6 p.m. or whatever the case may be. So that's how that part works. But we can do a little bit of basic training to get this thing to where it can answer the general questions that somebody might have. If it ever comes across something that it doesn't know, then we can route it to the business owner at that point. But at least they're not spending their evenings and weekends responding to what are your hours, right? So it's a great service that we can add. Now we have an entire system that's not only giving a business owner more leads, but also providing a solution that they would typically have to pay somebody thousands of dollars per month for. And it only took us maybe 5 or 10 minutes to set up. There's going to be a little bit of tweaking here and there, training the bot, but overall, anybody can do this with a little bit of time learning the system. You can turn this on and do it over and over and over again. Okay, so now we've elevated this from what you could sell for $100 per month to something that a business owner would be willing to pay $300, $400, $500 per month. Now, the great thing about this is that as we have these things set up, then they just basically run. There is a little bit of maintenance here and there, but it's not like you're having to sit there and work all day long on these things. You set the system up once and it just works over and over and over again. Now, why I position this as rental properties is because basically it costs almost nothing to get started. A few minutes of your time, or if you want to get somebody, your spouse or your teenage kids or whatever to set this thing up, you can do that too. And then it just runs. And if somebody ever decides they don't want the service, you've already pre-built the website. It's built inside of your system. So very likely if they're ever just going to leave and go do something with some totally different company, they're going to have to get a brand new site built with whoever they choose to use. But typically what happens is because the website is so sticky and it's just running in the background, most businesses, once they have a website, they keep it for a long time. Right? It's not like some other service where they can decide to turn it on and off. once they've given out the domain name to their website and all the other things that are attached to it, it's very hard for them to just say, oh, we don't have a website anymore. It's very unlikely. So that's why I like it. And it's positioned kind of as a rental property, because we're basically just giving them the site up front, saying, hey, we'll build the site for you for free. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars like you would with some web design company. We have an entire system. I'm going to give you the website, and then it's just $250 a month. It's $400 a month. And I'm going to give you a chat widget. I'm also going to give you an AI receptionist that responds to all the leads as they come in. So you basically just have leads that are delivered on a silver platter to you when you wake up every morning and come into the office. That's basically how I'd position it. And I promise you, if you just make it that simple, you can do this over and over and over again. And I just showed you one example of roofers in Dallas. There are thousands of cities and thousands of industries that all have people that need websites and need somebody to do this service. So if you're interested in this at all you have to do is hit the like button, leave a comment down below. I'll personally respond to you with an entirely free course walking you through how to do this. And I'll also give you a link to an entirely free 30-day trial to HighLevel so you can try it out for yourself. See if you can get some clients using the free training that I have and the free software and get going. And if for some reason it isn't for you, that's okay. You just cancel and you don't spend anything. So give it a shot. I'll talk to you on the next video. Thanks.